My name is Michael Emerson. I am co-director of the Kinder Institute for Urban Research here at Rice University. I am the Alan and Gladys Professor of Sociology. We look at a lot of studies of what's attractive about metropolitan areas, a lot of different measures. I'm going to talk to you about the single most important one. Where do people actually move to? People vote with their feet. We're going to look at where people are going. So we did a systematic comparison between the 2000 and the 2010 census data, comparing all 366 metropolitan areas in the U.S. to see which ones added literally the most number of people that weren't there 10 years ago. And in doing that, we found that Houston, Texas came out as the #1 fastest growing metro area, adding over 1.2 million people. Second was Dallas, Texas, just 4 hours apart, also adding 1.2 million people, just 20,000 less than Houston. And third was Atlanta. So we definitely see the three major metropolitan areas of the South were the leaders in growth. So the reasons that we identify Houston as growing so rapidly is certainly climate, job growth, its open policies in terms of attracting jobs, by far the largest non-zoned city and area, so that there's a lot of flexibility, and its closeness to Latin America. In the case of Houston, it grows a little bit different than Atlanta and Dallas in that it's largely driven by immigrants. So people in the U.S. may not think of Houston as, boy, that's the place I want to live. Because they're younger as immigrants, they have high birth rates, which also drives, the overall growth of the city and the metro. 80,000 of the growth is from the Katrina evacuees from New Orleans. And New Orleans now led the way, understandably, because of the hurricane, but 42 of our 366 metropolitan areas actually declined in population, mostly in the northeast and some midwestern areas. Growth, population growth, helps drive economic growth. The way that democracy and the kind of economies we have, we need population growth. You have to build more houses, that's more jobs. Well, that produces more money for more services. And so where growth goes, so does economic growth. The growth in Houston to me signifies what I think we've been seeing in our other studies looking at Houston, which is that it's becoming a global city. We put it at the very cusp, and in most measures say it's not yet a global city, but becoming that. We have cities that are large in the United States, and they're American cities, and I think Houston is becoming a global city by what's driving its growth.